Your Excellency, Dr. Lazarus Makathe Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi, Honorable Kumbize Kandodo Chiponda MP, Minister of Health, Your Excellency Archbishop Jean-Luc Parish, Apostolic Nuncio to Malawi and Zambia, Your Grace, the Most Reverend George Desmond Tambala, President of the Episcopal Conference of Malawi and Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Lilongwe. Your Grace, the Most Reverend Ignatius Chama, President of the Zambian Conference of the Catholic Bishops. Your Grace, the Right Reverend Paul Holland, President of the Zimbabwe Conference of the Catholic Bishops. All the Archbishops, Bishops of Malawi, Zambia, and Zimbabwe here present. All Catholic priests and sisters here present. Government officials present here. Mrs. Virginia Mahata, National Laity Chair, and all the laity of the Catholic Church here present. Your Worship, Councillor Esther Amina Sagawa, Mayor of Lilongwe City, and all the councillors here present. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, we now enter the very concluding segment of this Eucharistic celebration, which is part of speeches. I've already given the salutations. I would wish, perhaps maybe for the Archbishop and the State President, to dictate that as the Assembly guide and I guide, that the salutations have already been given. So you went straight into speeches. First to address us will be the National Laity Chair, followed by His Grace Archbishop George Tambala, the ECM President, then His Excellency Jean-Luc Parish, the Apostolic Nuncio to Malawi and Zambia, and the Head of State will conclude the segment of the speeches. At this point in time, may I ask the Chair of the Laity Council.
This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Protocols observed. Your Excellency, the Apostolic Nuncio to Malawi and Zambia, Your Graces and Your Lordships from Zambia and Zimbabwe, it is my singular honor to welcome you to Malawi on behalf of all the lay faithful of Malawi. Please feel welcome in Malawi, the home heart of Africa. We are excited, we are grateful, and we are happy that you chose the Episcopal Conference of Malawi to host the second sub-region conference. We are proud to host you. Takulandirani nonse ndi manja awiri. We wish you an enjoyable and memorable stay in our beautiful country, Malawi. It is gratifying for us, the lay faithful, that you, our bishops of 3 conferences of Malawi, Zambia, and Zimbabwe, are planning to form a sub-regional conference. This is a very exciting and welcome development, since these 3 countries share similar cultures, traditions, social, economic, political, as well as pastoral challenges. Moreover, at one time, between 1953 and 1963, we were one country, and we are known as the Federation of Rhodesia and Nyasaland. As citizens of these 3 countries, we are cousins. Therefore, the formation of the sub-region of these three episcopal conferences will play a vital role in strengthening the bonds amongst these three conferences. This is also reflected in the theme of this year's conference, which leads enhancing pastoral unity and solidarity amidst shared challenges. I will repeat. Enhancing pastoral unity and solidarity amidst shared challenges. There is power in unity, and united we stand. Therefore, in a very special way, I would like to thank Your Excellency, the Apostolic Nuncio to Malawi and Zambia, Most Reverend Gian Chirusa Parish, for joining us at this Mass and for your participation in the sub-region conference. Your presence among us is a clear sign of the presence of the Holy Father, Pope Francis. And with your presence, it means Pope Francis is here with us. We thank you, Your Excellency. And Your Excellency, the State President of the Republic of Malawi, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, we thank you for gracing the opening Mass of the Sub-Region Conference. Your presence is a clear sign of the cordial relationship that exists between the state and the Church. Guided by her social doctrine, the Catholic Church has always and will always be a vital partner with government in socio-economic development. And this is not only in Malawi, but everywhere in the world. Lastly, I would like to thank the organizing committee and all the lay faithful in Malawi for your commitment and contributions you have made to this conference. We cannot afford to take your commitment and contributions for granted. As the National Laity Council of Malawi, we are proud of you. Because this is a clear proof that your love for Christ and His Church is strong. May Christ Himself reward for your sacrifices you make for Him and His Church. Your graces and lordships, we wish you a successful and very, very fruitful deliberations. Thank you. Zikomo kwambiri.
Your Excellency, the Apostolic Nuncio, Archbishop Gianluca Parish, Apostolic Nuncio to Malawi and Zambia, Your Graces, Your Lordships, Mrs. Maureen Yolam, the Inspector General of the Malawi Police Service, priests and religious, brothers and sisters, and all those present here. Before I say something, I would like to invite the three Secretary Generals of the three Episcopal Conferences of Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Malawi, if they could come up here to introduce bishops from their respective countries. I know that there are many Malawians, but also maybe outside Malawi, who are following this Mass through the television and may be actually happy to see the bishops, to know them. Those of us also here maybe would like to see who these bishops are. So the Secretary Generals, please come forward briefly to introduce the bishops here present.
So I will start the bishops that are here from this country, Malawi, Episcopal Conference of Malawi. We have the president of the conference, Archbishop George Desmond Tambala. You have already seen him, he introduced himself. And then we have Archbishop Thomas Luke Nsusa, Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Blantyre. And then we have Right Reverend Peter Musikwa, Bishop of the Diocese of Chikwawa. And then we have Right Reverend Moto Stima, Bishop of the Diocese of Mangochi. And he is also the Vice President of the Episcopal Conference of Malawi. And then we have Right Reverend Alfred Chaima, Bishop of the Diocese of Zomba. And then we have Right Reverend Peter Chifukwa, Bishop of the Diocese of Dedza. And then we have Right Reverend Martin Tumbuka, Bishop of the Diocese of Karonga. And then we have Right Reverend Yohani Nyirenda, Auxiliary Bishop of the Diocese of Nzuzu. And then we have Right Reverend Alessandro Pagan, Emeritus Bishop of the Diocese of Mangochi. Thank you so much. Oh. Sorry, my apologies. I have Right Reverend Vincent Makwawa, Auxiliary Bishop of the Diocese of Archdiocese. Thank you.
Allow me now to present to you the archbishops and bishops from the Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops. To begin with, we have the president of the conference, Most Reverend Ignatius Chama, the Archbishop of Kasama. Then we have the Vice President of the conference, Right Reverend Charles Kasonde, the Bishop of Solwezi. And he's also the chairman of AMESIA. We have the Most Reverend Dr. Ali Kibanda, the Archbishop of Lusaka. We also have the Most Reverend Benjamin Piri, the Archbishop of Ndola. Then we have the Right Reverend George Lungu, the Bishop of Chipata. We have the Right Reverend Bishop, where do I go now? Clement Mulenga, the Bishop of Kabwe. Then we have the Right Reverend Patrick Chisanga, the Bishop of Umansa. We have the Right Reverend Evans Chinyemba, the Bishop of Mongu. we have the Right Reverend Raphael Mwempwa, the Bishop of Monze. Then we have the Right Reverend Valentine Kalumba, the Bishop of Livingstone. We have the Right Reverend Edwin Mulandu, the Bishop of Mpika. We also have an auxiliary bishop, Gabriel Musipu Piri, the auxiliary bishop of Chipata. I guess I've not forgotten any bishop. Thank you very much.
Allow me to introduce the Zimbabwe Catholic Bishops' Conference. We have His Lordship, Bishop Paul Horan, who is the President of the Conference and the Bishop of Mutare Diocese. We have Most Reverend Robert Christopher Ndlovu, the Archbishop of Harare Archdiocese, who is also the Vice President of the Conference. We have Right Reverend Raphael Macebo Mabuza Ncube, who is the Treasurer of the Conference and the Bishop of Hwange Diocese. We have the Most Reverend Archbishop Alex Thomas, the Archbishop of Bulawayo Diocese. We have Right Reverend Rudolph Nyandoro, the Bishop of Gweru Diocese. We have Right Reverend Eusebius Nyati, the Bishop of Gokwe Diocese. We would have had Bishop Raymond Mpandasekwa, the Bishop of Masvingo Diocese and the Administrator of Chinoi Diocese, but he has a funeral in his diocese and is not with us. I thank you.
And the two Secretary Generals are Very Reverend Father Francis Makosa Katongo from Zambia. And then we have Very Reverend Father Travis Moyo from Zimbabwe.
Your Excellency, the State President, Your Excellency, the Apostolic Nuncio, esteemed bishops, distinguished guests, and delegates, it is a great pleasure and honor that I stand before you today. Already you have been welcomed by the Vice President of the Episcopal Council of Malawi, but this other welcome continues in the same line. This gathering marks a significant moment, a moment in our shared joy of faith and leadership within the Church. I warmly welcome each one of you who have traveled from near and far to be present here today. Your presence is not just a testament to your commitment to the Church and its mission, but it's also a vital part of what makes this conference significant. We are deeply grateful for your dedication and the role you play in our shared journey. The conference aims to provide a platform for bishops from our region to come together, share insights, engage in meaningful discussions, and collaborate on matters vital to the growth and development of our local churches. It is an opportunity for us to strengthen our bonds of brotherhood and unity as we navigate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead of us. The theme, the Catholic bishops of Malawi, Zambia, and Zimbabwe collaborating to enhance pastoral unity, gospel proclamation, solidarity in the region, amidst the challenges, of course. I would like to take the moment to express my heartfelt gratitude on behalf of the Episcopal Conference of Malawi to all those who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this conference a reality. Your dedication and hard work, often unseen, have not gone unnoticed. We sincerely appreciate and are very grateful. To our State President, His Excellency Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, we thank you for coming. We do not take it for granted. We are aware that you have a very busy schedule and there are many other engagements waiting for you after this. Your presence here is a blessing. It's a sign of your tireless collaboration, working with us as we collaborate with you in the development of the country. As we gather over the coming days, let us approach our discussions with an open heart and minds, seeking common ground amid our different perspectives. This conference is not just a platform for dialogue. It's not just a talking shop, but a space for mutual learning and inspiration. This comes after the first one we had in Zambia some years back. And because of COVID, we didn't have another conference in the recent past. We thank God that we have had this opportunity to have the second meeting of the sub-region here in Malawi. Special thanks to the Malawi Police Service. I would like to give this special thanks to our dear brothers and sisters in the police service. We are very, very, very grateful for your hospitality, giving us this space here, arranging all the things in a very, very good way. We will continue praying for you, and we ask God's blessings upon you, all the police officers, and your families. And to Mrs. Mary Yoram, the Inspector General, ziko mogwambili nditu. May our time together be blessed with grace, wisdom, and unity as we embark on this journey of faith and fellowship together. I am confident that with our collective efforts, this conference will be a resounding success. And may I now call upon our Apostolic Nuncio to Malawi and Zambia to address us.
The Apostolic Nuncio will read a message from the Pope.
The Most Reverend George Desmond Tambala, Archbishop of Lilongwe, President of the Episcopal Conference of Malawi. His Excellency Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi. His Holiness Pope Francis was pleased to learn that the bishops of Malawi, Zambia, and Zimbabwe will gather for the second plenary assembly of their sub-region conference from 15 to 19 July 2024. And he sends heartfelt greetings to all those present, together with the assurance of his spiritual closeness as they reflect on the theme building bridges, strengthening faith, unity, and service in the context of shared challenges. His Holiness prays that the bishops' fraternal dialogue will bear fruit for the benefit of the clergy, religious and lay faithful of their respective countries, so that they may grow ever stronger in communion with God and one another, following the ideal of the first Christian communities, in which the believers were of one heart and one soul. He trusts that in this way the members of the local churches entrusted to their pastoral care will offer an ever more credible witness to the life-giving message of the gospel, entrusting the conference to the intercession of Mary, Mother of the Church. The Holy Father gladly imparts his blessing as a pledge of peace and joy in the Lord. Cardinal Pietro Parolin, Secretary of State.
Honorable Kumbize Kandodo Chiponda, MP, Minister of Health, and all cabinet ministers here present, Your Excellency Archbishop Gianluca Perici, Apostolic Nuncio to Malawi and Zambia, Your Grace, the Most Reverend George Desmond Tambala, President of the Episcopal Conference of Malawi and Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Lilongwe, Your Grace, the Most Reverend Ignatius Chama, President of the Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops, Your Grace, the Right Reverend Paul Horan, President of the Zimbabwe Conference of Catholic Bishops, all the archbishops, bishops of Malawi, Zambia, and Zimbabwe here present, all Catholic priests and sisters here present, Mrs. Virginia Mahata, National Laity Chair, and all the laity of the Catholic Church here present, Honorable Alfred Gia, Member of Parliament for this constituency, and all members of Parliament here present, Your Worship, Councillor Esther Amina Sagawa, Mayor of Lilongwe City, and all the councillors here present, all traditional leaders here present, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to be in your midst today, and I feel my spirit refreshed by the prayers you have said to God today. But as you have welcomed all of us in your midst at the start of your sub-regional conference for bishops, I am mindful that we have guests here from other nations, and so my task this morning is to also welcome all of you to Malawi and to wish you God's best for a successful conference. As a nation, we are delighted to have the honor of hosting this historic conference. And I wish to take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude for the solidarity that Malawi continues to enjoy from her neighbors. We felt that neighborly solidarity when we received support during the COVID-19 pandemic that claimed the lives of thousands and ground our economy to a halt. We felt that neighborly solidarity when we received support following the devastation caused by cyclones Ana and Gombe. We felt that neighborly solidarity when we received support during the cholera outbreak that followed as a result of water systems being contaminated. We felt that neighborly solidarity when we received support in the wake of Cyclone Freddy last year. And we have felt that neighborly solidarity this past month as we have been mourning the tragic passing of our late Vice President in a plane crash that claimed the lives of 8 others last month. So not only have we been tied together even through the church and history, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your solidarity and thank you for your prayers. And I wish you a great conference, to which I hope you will allow me to make a humble contribution as a token of my solidarity with you. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very kindly, Your Excellency, the State President, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera. At this hour, may I kindly all of us to stand for the national anthem.